Um, Theater this year has been a joy, an absolute joy, a triumph.
You know, theater this year has been very different from theater in the past, but regardless, you know, everyone has to be open to change.
Well, this year's been really fun, really different. We had some new directors and a lot of new traditions formed, but it was a good year. I enjoyed it.
Everybody listen up!
Do you know what my mom looks like?
Okay, so this is what I call a TV audience. No, they're used to watching TV. It's like...
It all started with Twelfth Night, which was the Shakespeare play that we did in the black box, and it was so smart of them to do Shakespeare in the black box because you can really practice your intimate sort of style of acting that Shakespeare requires.
Rehearsals basically for like 3 or 4 hours after school. A really long time. I didn't get to see my family, really.
Dancing whore, I think, was my part. That might not have been the actual title, but that's what it seemed like.
It was really great for us to get up there and just be truthful people telling a truthful story, right? I played a drunk.
I was able to be strapped actually to Kevin Comartin, who we spent side-by-side time with the whole time. You know, he was a little bit shorter, and he was also a different gender, so that made it a little bit weird.
We do our shimmy down, shimmy up.
But it was still fun, and you know, halfway through we didn't even finish 12th night, and they were already starting rehearsals for Music Man. So you're doing both, and so you saw your family even less.
12th night was a blast. I enjoyed that one. Late evenings working on the set. Bunch of random jokes. Cookies.
Probably the most frustrating thing in the whole show was that I couldn't say Monsieur. So before every single show, I would have to say it 15 times, which was really exciting. And then whenever I walked off the stage, everybody in the entire cast felt it was their duty to tell me whether or not I said it correctly that night. Thanks, guys.
It was fun. It was very hard. And I especially liked the Green Men.
The Green Men.
The Green Man sequence. Now, I know when you hear that, you're like, what? Green Men? In Shakespeare? Huh? Right? But after I did some research on the subject, I looked back on Wikipedia, right? Typed it in. Turns out that Shakespeare, in every show, during intermission, he would have men painted in different colors come drum.
You know, yeah, those of you who are back there know about some dance parties that might or might not have happened.
Let's see what happened in that show. Mandy and Kristen made out.
And I got to wear yellow stockings, which was quite fun, actually, not gonna lie. And I think Dr. Presley still remembers it, because every time I see him, he looks at my legs. Anyway.
It was actually one of my dream roles, effeminate, drunk.
Well, Twelfth Night was pretty cool. It was the first time I've ever been in a Shakespeare, well, not been in, but it was a Shakespeare play that I was involved in. It was different.
One specific memory I have is there's a scene where Jib comes out in weird yellow stockings, and I'm supposed to be like, ah, or something, and then like my lady in waiting announces him. Well, my lady in waiting, like one of the last shows, was Ken. He came out dressed as a woman, and I didn't even know he was going to do this, so I couldn't contain myself.
Beautiful.
You feel beautiful?
I feel so beautiful.
The Martinsons would not allow us to speak to each other, not in Shakespearean verse, on or off the stage, which helped, It helped me learn the language. It helped me deal with people. Morgan, especially, just mastered that language, and without it, I don't think I would have been able to tolerate his speaking pattern, because it is just obnoxious.
I was a priest, not really that great of a part, but it was a fun play nonetheless. Had a great time, got to meet a lot of different people.
And let's see, Twelfth Night taught me it taught me a lot about work ethic, those extra 12 hours that I spent with Miss Martinson tying corsets on all the costumes. Yeah, that was really great. And yeah, Twelfth Night was good. And then of course there was the
it's interesting because in my Theater 1 honors class today, we had someone do a scene, and we talked about what we do here for the Music Man. That at 5 o'clock we meet and have notes. At 5:15 you're going to go to the choir room and warm up, and then you're going to do your circle, then you're going to get in the costume, and we're going to have a mic check again. Okay, Ben, did you have something, a question?
I was just wondering if the Theater 1 honors class gets 7 extra points.
Yes, we do.
In musicals, people will sing songs that are in the script, but some that aren't. We added a song called Till There Was You that I wrote.
And I remember singing around and, this is where the game originated, this game, da-da-da-da-da.
Probably the funniest thing that probably happened during the Music Man was how they served us dinner during Tech Week. And one night we got this huge Chipotle burrito, and everybody was like, "What up, a burrito?" And then the next night we got 2 taquitos that were that big each. So we all went hungry that night. But then Miss Clausen brought in some oranges, so that was good.
A lot of interesting things. The Saturdays, I really like the Saturdays just because we played the game starts with Emma game. It was really fun. We just had a lot of good times. And even though we didn't get to really see each other that much. Yeah. Because we were in different courses. It's still fun. But still.
I was part of the barbershop quartet, along with Andrew, Woody, and Morgan. I don't want to brag or anything, but I was nominated for a Betty Buckley. No, stop, seriously.
How can there be happy, sincere?
I got to chill with the techies and mess with the lights and the fly rail, which is problematic. And I nearly killed Morgan with it once. It's really close.
Chase was great. Bridget was great. Quartet was great. Everybody was pretty great. It was a good show.
All right. Thank you very much. You may go on.
Oh, there's food here, but don't eat it in costume.
I like the Music Man.
I've always liked it. It's one of those things. My parents always showed it to me at home, so I knew it, and which made me feel better about it because the past 2 years we did, Anything Goes, and we did Joseph, and I wasn't really familiar with those, so I felt a little more confident going into the auditions because I knew the musical.
We actually started while we were still working on 12th Night, and that's, kind of a pain. But at least they fed us a taquito and some soda. But at least it wasn't flat.
You know New York. You need New York.
You need New York.
I can't say this. We ordered this huge monster set that costs like a car. I would rather have the car than that ginormous set. But, whatever works.
I got to dance. It was hilariously fun. Chase was great.
Bridget played, I don't know, some chick, main girl. She was terrific. I thought she was really, really stellar. Her voice, whew, God, that voice breaks my heart every time I hear it. Seriously, every time she sings that high D, tears.
I like dancing with Ken. It was fun.
Was it hard because he was gigantic?
A little.
Just a little?
I just sort of went woo for everything instead of down here. And,
right.
It just sort of worked.
And that was another great success. We almost sold out a couple nights, but you know what? It's a big theater, so you can't really expect too much.
Gathering store, the modern store, the present day store, the present day modern, departmentalized grocery store. Where do you get it? Where do you get it?
We could not have done The Music Man without the true Music Man, Mr. Chris Hutchinson, who is just a delight. And, the 3 rehearsals that he actually came to were astoundingly helpful and showed me the hard work it takes to be in the music business, Maybe someday I will be an intermediate school choir director who then goes on to be a senior high school choir director. Hopefully not, but maybe.
I saw the one act, and if I were to give it a ranking, I would give it an F. For fantastic. I loved it.
This is hard to do. When you come to put pen to paper, and you say to yourself, she must die. And she must. If I am to rule and keep my sanity, and hold my England off the rocks.
That was a good show. We also, of course, got some tech in that. All of us learned a little bit of technological aspects of the theater, which is always good, with moving sets.
Okay, I took a break from theater. It wasn't that I was mad at the Martinsons, or that we were doing Anne of the Thousand Days, or that I was cast as the old man. No. I wasn't mad. God, I wasn't mad. I mean, why would I be mad? I've been in one act every year since my freshman year. I've had the lead in like 10 plays, and no, I mean, I was like sick of it. Okay?
After the musical, I really don't know what happened in the realm of Carroll Theater.
I remember being scared to death to get off that platform because it was so high, and I was so scared.
The main thing I remember about that is the car accident, where we were driving home, and I was in a car with Graham, Andrew, and Kristen, and then all of a sudden we stop short, but we don't hit the car in front of us, and then I look behind me, and it was like it was slow motion, and I could see Stephen Baird coming, and he was like, BAM!
Family seems to have strange fascination with me. All the little talk of you and him when you were young. Probably sure it all came to nothing. You wanted to be a good thing almost from the start. He wanted someone to whom he could say, open sesame, and she opened.
With one act, it kind of started as a joke, but then we got serious about it because the girls have their whole OAPA no thing. And so Ben goes, we'll make OAPA yes, because we're accepting. And so we formed OFPS, which is now One Act Play Guys Yak Enthusiast Society.
I came to join the One Act through friends that I had made. I just befriended Andrew and David, and I'd been friends with Mandy for a long time, and having joined the theater class at the beginning of the year, Mrs. Martinson somewhat sparked my interest into theater.
Are you a virgin?
No. God help me, I'm blushing. There's something in the foggy torpid air of this island that makes people want to hide things.
I really enjoyed during 12th night and during the one act how much I got to watch Andrew spit. That was great. Andrew, you really perfected your spitting this year, I think.
So I was an alternate at first, but some people, they didn't work out, so we had to get rid of them. And you know, so I got to play Mark Smeaton in one act. That was a lot of fun.
You had a very minor role, right?
Yeah, I know. I didn't talk at all, you know.
Didn't do. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Daddy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Really?
No.
The costumes, God, the costumes. It's like, it's a rainbow just in front of my eyes. I had to squint. It's like my corneas were like, whoa.
I want to fill you up night after night. I want to fill you with sun.
Bastards! For they would be bastards!
We were so tight, you know. It doesn't even matter what the play was like, what happened. You know, we were a good group and we were good actors and we had a fun time.
I was not actually, you know, cast in it. But I mean, it was good. You know, I had some time to do other stuff, reading, baking, learn to knit.
It was very nice, I think. I learned a lot from seeing the other plays. I learned a lot from, of course, anytime you do a play. I learned a lot.
How you do today will determine how you do for the rest of this course. And of course, how you do in this class has a large overall impact on your grade point average, which is a major factor in determining what, if any, colleges you might be accepted into.
So I was in the dessert cabaret. I got the lead in my class's show, and I really enjoy theater. I enjoy theater.
I made a return to the Carroll Senior High School stage, or the Carroll Senior High School platforms in the black box with the dessert cabaret, which wasn't really much of a cabaret, and I think I had like one piece of carrot cake, but...
Did you the unfortunate cracked CD incident.
What happened?
Morgan?
What night was it?
It was, you weren't there.
Okay, so why are you looking at me? I don't know what
I don't know, I
happened.
thought you were there.
No, I wasn't there. I'm sorry.
I said, what do you really want? She said, it is simple, Bobby. I want what every other woman wants.
So obviously, I like to say I lettered in theater, which makes me very happy. It's another, you know, check on my list. I'm liking it.
It was cool though, because it was purely student produced. We all sat down and designed the set, and we built it and did lighting, and then I got to run the lights and sound.
There's health and fitness, diet and divorcement, and other pointless forms of sacrifice.
I did my sex noises in me and David's duet, which was breakthrough. I mean, you know, I don't really think a lot of parents knew what was going on at first. They were like, why is that person groaning up there? But yeah, they found out what they were for.
Deserted cabaret, as I like to call it, was next. Actually, it wasn't deserted at all. It was quite full. It was filled with parents.
That was the most recent of our productions as a department. It was great. Because I love food.
Yeah, I think we made a lot of money, maybe, because we had that 50-50 raffle thing, and a couple of the nights, the people that won half the money just, like, gave it back. So, I'm sure we made tons and tons of money, and we're rolling in the dough.
Leave me alone!
The dessert cabaret. You know, I mean, it was probably one of the greatest experiences that I've ever even had a chance to be a part of.
Dessert cabaret. That was good. It popped in there when we all thought we were done for the year. But you know what? It's fun then nonetheless.
And I felt a little goofy when everybody did HIs, and I went up there and I was like, my sister died. But anyway.
And I also got to do my famous prose, Alice, I think. And, sorry, that's my really annoying blinker. That's really loud, but, David insisted on filming when I was driving. What the is that person doing? Why you gotta screech your tires like that?
We had 2 new directors this year, the Martinsons, and I think it has happened. I think the curse is over. I mean, unless they, like, leave, like, you know, Miss Weingart and Mr. Porter, I remember at the beginning of the year, they're like, we're gonna stay, I promise, and they didn't. But I think these 2 are gonna stay.
Probably the best part of this year, yes, the best part of this year was my time spent as a teacher's aide to Miss Martinson. Those are good times, let me tell you. Oh, you know, I did lots of things. I made calendars, you know. I put together show packets with candygram order forms. Yeah, those are really difficult to make.
She puts the art in retarded. It's, that's terrible.
So grateful for the Martinsons. Because they helped our program really advance so much. We were on a trip for biscuits.
Their child is an exact mix of the 2 of them. Did you know that? Have you seen the little guy? You know, Axel? He is.
Finally, after years of horrid people in charge, horrid productions, horrid sets, horrid costumes, horrid attitudes, that finally this year things are starting to look up, and I have no one to thank for that but myself.
Oh, my thing that I will walk away from this year is don't say anything during rehearsal.
Yeah, and I learned that you can, didn't Chaffee get like kicked out of the musical for
No, almost.
Oh,
Not
almost.
quite.
Right.
Not quite. I love Nathan Chaffee. Hi.
They were definitely interesting this year, and it was different having some different people, and Catwoman and the Penguin, woohoo! And they definitely had some different ideas. I liked the snack stand during the Music Man. That was really cool, except the table always fell down. And I gained about 100 pounds.
The Martinsons have been really influential in the theater department. I think more than any other director in the past, they've really shaped this program. I actually, when I was little, I did see the Batman show at Six Flags almost every time I went, and my dad took me all the time. And I had no idea that those people up there, you know, playing Catwoman and the Penguin were, you know, going to be my theater directors one day.
It was, I mean, like, it was fantastic working with the Martinsons. I mean, like, how often do you get the chance to work with talented, you know, professional actors and actresses that are, like, successful in, like, the real world?
Directors, the Martinsons are great. They came in, you know what, they're stable.
I understand that it's a hard job, and they've really committed to it, and we've been difficult with them. I understand, you know, whatever. Their baby's cute.
Good luck, you guys. Good luck. Man.
Look out for Harrison. Like, I'm really, really worried about that kid.
You ready? Okay. Stop!
It's been a very good learning experience for me, and I wouldn't change a thing, except maybe, you know, being able to see my family a little bit. But you know, there's time for that in the summer, so thanks. I had a great year.
And you know, then I started thinking, if everybody had AIDS, it would be like nobody had AIDS.
To all the underclassmen, I would just like to say, from the bottom of my heart, that I hope you guys have an amazing year next year.
I've had a great time, and I owe it all to this theater, the whole circle, everybody, thespians, teachers, you know, just fun friends.
So basically, this is my senior year, and I'm kind of glad it's over, because I don't really like the directors.
I'd just like to say to the seniors that are leaving that you've all made a big impression on me, and good luck in whatever you do.
And also, I will remember you. You will remember me. Don't let your life pass you by. Never